got it from.
Nice. Yeah.
We are streaming.
Don't forget to press record.
Recording in progress.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, I heard you.
Yo, what's up, bros? Today's gonna be a great show, guys. Honestly, the captionable photo, the photo. Just think of photo. Man, this movie. It's probably one of the better movies on the face of the earth. It's a 3-movie series. The last movie is Parabellum,
Ooh,
and that's all I'm gonna say.
I know what it is.
Parabellum. Actually, it's so funny. Where is it? Is it this side? No, it's
You
this
can
side.
barely see it.
This side. I have a tattoo. I have a tattoo on my chest. It's a. It says "Sevi pacem parabellum." It's Latin for if
Yep.
you want peace, prepare for
For
war.
war. Yep.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That is what you have to do sometimes. If you want peace, you do have to prepare for war. That means just getting your body and your mind right. So everybody do your 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and about a 2-mile run, I'll say. Not a 10-mile run. You know, not a Saitama. We're not trying to be Saitama out here. Yeah, no, One Punch Man. We're not trying to be One Punch Man, but we are trying to have we are trying to just do a great thing today.
Aaron.
What happened? What happened?
Telling me to do push when I'm eating coconut cake. Girl, I will at least admit I've got chicken and mashed potatoes right here, so I'm right
Guys,
there with you.
it is that time. Are you guys ready?
Let's
I
do it.
sure know I am.
Hey,
All right.
get it done.
Get
Yes,
this
sir.
party started. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Midday Rush. I am your host, T-Bone, and with me, as always, pushing the buttons, we have our dear boss, Roman. How are you doing today, good sir?
Happy Thrilling Thursday, y'all. Let's get it.
In our next chair, we have the gothic girl herself, Crimson Catnip. How are you doing today, dear?
I am caffeinated and ready to go.
Yes, ma'am, that is correct. In our next chair, we have the lovely Elizabeth. How are you doing today, dear?
I'm doing great, T-Bone. How are you? And how is everybody today?
I am doing fantastical like always, and rounding us out, being as wise and grumpy and old as always, we have Brian. How are you doing today, good sir?
I'm doing great. Today on my cap, I'm wearing a patch, 1st Infantry Division. That division was one of the divisions that spearheaded the landing on Normandy Beach, Omaha Beach on D-Day 80 years ago. And it's also my combat patch. I earned it in Afghanistan. So I'm wearing it in honor of the men that day.
Well, today is going to be a wonderful show, guys. How about we rev our engines? Roma, hit us with the very first article of the day.
Yes, sir. This is from Reuters.com. D-Day Anniversary 2024. World leaders, veterans, and commemorate Normandy landings. France, June 6th on Reuters. U.S. President Joe Biden made an impassioned call for the defense of freedom and democracy at the 80th anniversary of D-Day landings in Normandy on Thursday, urging Western powers to stay the course with Ukraine and not surrender to Russian tyranny. At a joint ceremony with French President Emmanuel Macron and U.S. veterans at the Normandy American Cemetery, Biden said it was simply unthinkable to surrender to Russia's aggression, and he promised not to let up support for Ukraine. He urged Western and NATO allies to recapture the spirit of D-Day and work together at a time where he said democracy was under a greater threat than any time since the end of World War II. Quote, isolationism was not the answer 80 years ago, and it's not the answer today. On June 6, 1944, more than 150,000 Allied soldiers invaded France by sea and air to drive out the forces of Nazi Germany, coming ashore at 5 beaches, codenamed Omaha, Juneau, Sword, Utah, and Gold, are dropping from the sky. All right, Brian, what you got on this?
I want to tell you about one of those men. On today, the 80th anniversary of the Allied invasion of France in June of 1944, I don't use D-Day because I'm a military man, and D-Day is just when you write an operations order, you use D-Day in place of D-Day H-hour. You know, when you set up the order, it's sort of, you fill in the blank, and it's become a euphemism. This has become the D-Day because it was the biggest one ever. Anyway, side note. I want to tell you about a man who was there. I'm talking about Private First Class Fontaine Cooley. Fontaine was a son of Oklahoma land rush homesteaders. Had survived the Great Depression and Dust Bowls, only to find himself barely 19 years old, rifleman in the 29th Infantry Division, crossing an ocean about to find himself in the maelstrom of the death and chaos that was the first assault wave on Omaha Beach. Miraculously, Fontaine survived that day and earned a Bronze Star for valor. He earned his Purple Heart a couple of weeks later in the Bocage country. Evacuated back to the United States, eventually discharged. He did a lot of things. Had a very interesting life. Was a musician, had a Western swing band, but eventually wound up in my hometown. He became the chief of my hometown fire department. And more importantly, he became a friend of my family and sort of a surrogate grandfather to me. I remember visiting his home, seeing his shadow box with his PFC chevron, Bronze Star, and Purple Heart. I remember reading his citations that he had displayed maybe 1,000 times. I was too young then to understand and appreciate what they meant. I am now. So here's to you, Fontaine. Till Valhalla.
Yes.
All the 20s, all the salutes.
Yes. Definitely got to throw some 20s in the chat for him. That's beautiful, Brian.
Thank you. All right. Yeah. Fox News thing, right?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you think of modern warfare now, and you have your drones, and you have your your airplanes and your jets and your tanks and stuff. But back then, this was all on the ground. It was you, your platoon, and a bunch of bullets flying at you, and you had no protection whatsoever. So I can only imagine. I mean, this is probably something that needs to go on my bucket list, is to go visit that beach and to see exactly what it was like.
Yeah.
And to understand like the almost impossible gargantuan task that they had to go through in order to, overtake, those different beaches. And the fact that there's still people alive today that saw that, I mean, this is probably the time to talk to those people because they're not going to be around much longer. So
Hear it straight from them. Yeah.
Exactly.
And a lot of these guys were kids. A lot of them
Yeah.
lied about their age.
Yeah.
My grandfather
Lot of
also
them
lied
lied
about
about
his
their
age.
Yeah.
My mother's father lied. He was only, I want to say 17 at the time. He lied, said he was 18. Ended up going into the 82nd Airborne Division. He was actually over in the Philippines in what they called the flying coffins. They were the
Wow.
gliders that brought in military equipment and vehicles. And if they landed wrong, the jeeps and the vehicles would actually slam into the cockpit, killing whoever was in the glider. So luckily my grandfather survived, and I've got several memorabilia from the Philippines.
Oh, God. I have like chills all over just thinking about these brave men. I mean, I feel like anything that I could say, it's just not enough to say what these men did, what they went through. And a lot of them are just, I'm sorry, I was just gonna say, like I looked a lot of them up, and I was watching some videos. A lot of them are obviously in their 90s or more,
Obviously, yeah.
and they're so with it, like up here, they're still like so active. Oh,
So this is a picture of my grandfather in his military getup from World War II.
Oh, just look
Nice.
at that.
Wow.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I always
Much
keep it on
respect
my
to you,
book.
sir.
Yes.
Yeah, so we got another story here from Fox News. So this is Jack Carr recalls General Eisenhower's D-Day memo about great and noble undertaking. All right. Soldiers, sailors, airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force. So began General Dwight D. Eisenhower's 1944 Order of the Day memorandum delivered on June 5th, 1944, the night before the momentous D-Day landings in Normandy, France during World War II. Copies of the letter, meticulously drafted by Eisenhower himself, began in February of that year, according to the National Archives. They were given to members of the Allied forces. To this day, it remains one of the most significant documents in military history. Here's the rest of his message. Strong words with recalling 80 years later. You are about to embark on a great crusade towards which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. In company with our brave allies and brother-in-arms on other fronts, you will bring about the destruction of the German war machine, the elimination of Nazi tyranny over the oppressed peoples of Europe, and security for ourselves in a free world. Eisenhower went on, your task will not be an easy one. Your enemy is well trained, well equipped, and battle hardened. He will fight savagely. But this is the year 1944. Much has happened since the Nazi triumphs of 1940 to 41. The United Nations have inflicted upon the German great defeats in open battle, man to man. Our air offensive has seriously reduced their strength in the air and their capacity to wage war on the ground. Our home fronts have given us an overwhelming superiority in weapons and munitions of war and placed at our disposal great reserves of trained fighting men. The tide has turned. The free men of the world are marching together to victory. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory. Good luck, and let us beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking.
Okay.
The memo was signed.
General Eisenhower should be court-martialed in absentia and stripped of all rank for referencing a religious thing in a government document, which this was.
Wow.
Really?
No, damn it.
He got you, bro.
I
He
was like,
totally got
wait.
you, bro.
Okay.
It was the
I was like, please
seriousness
do
in which he
tell
delivered it.
anyone.
Yeah. You know I'm gullible, Brian. You can't do that
Come
to
on
me.
now, Biddy. You can't.
Don't worry,
be
Biddy,
doing
I
that.
saved it. I took the bait.
Thank you. I'm like, wait, really? My wheels are turning.
That's what people would say today.
Oh yeah.
No, like, and that's one of the reasons why I was like, is he being serious? Like, 'cause there are tons of people that are like, screw you for talking about religion and all that stuff. And anyway.
Exactly. And I guess to close this out, I think we do have a video, don't we?
Sir, I do believe we do.
Is that? Oh, yeah. That's the next one. Yes, here we go.
Oh, is this
This is after they all came home.
What's that?
yes.
This is
Yes.
after they all came home.
Yeah, this is a beautiful one. Okay. Is it just me or do they all look like movie stars too?
See, mad props and mad respect to all these men who were able to make it. But he just had. So, congratulations to all these men. Because it is no small task as to what they did. So congratulations to them. And this is honestly a very, very beautiful, beautiful video.
I'm like, I just chills over and over again. They won't stop.
I'm getting flashbacks to when my dad came home from
And correct
storm.
me if I'm wrong, Roma. Actually, Roma or Brian. Correct me if I'm wrong. But as soon as all of these guys got back home from World War II, that's what started the baby boomers, correct? Because like when they
Yeah.
all got back home, I'm assuming they all started families.
They
and
got
stuff.
to it.
Oh yeah, they
Oh,
definitely
almost
got to it.
instantaneously.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, they're about to get busy.
Look, love is everywhere.
Love is in the air. Wow, and the respect of all the men,
What an amazing moment
all the
this must have
generals,
been to be there.
lieutenants, captains, all of them, privates. Congratulations.
Even Big Mama, they're going to get some.
I actually miss this like old school music as well.
Me
I'm starting to form an appreciation for it.
This is my favorite era, the 40s. The clothing, the hair, the music, everything.
Basically, my dream growing up was to be that 50s housewife.
Oh yeah.
And this was the day with the famous photo of like the soldier and the nurse, right? Where they had their kiss.
No, I think that was when I think it was either the Japanese or the Japanese surrender. It's basically when we won.
I do believe it came out later that photo, the famous sailor and nurse, was really a Me Too type moment. That was
I did hear
technically
about that
sexual
as well.
assault. Yeah.
Really?
He just grabbed a
Yeah.
nurse and kissed her. It
Yeah.
completely surprised her.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a different time back then.
It was a very
Yes.
different time.
Yeah.
Why do they have to
it
ruin
was.
everything?
I'm so-
It definitely was.
No, not you guys. Not you.
Yeah,
I'm
come on
just
now,
saying,
Brian.
Like all the stuff that comes out later that you're like, man.
Damn it! Why can't
That
we
was
have nice
great.
things? Why can't we have nice?
Yeah, I
things?
know.
Women ruin them.
Yes.
I will say it. I will say it. Women ruin it.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well,
Come at me, bro.
Okay, so
Don't
ladies
matter.
and gentlemen,
No,
we
you.
thank you for your service and thank you
As-
for allowing us
Yes.
to have the great country that we have today.
Yes.
Well, what's left of it, anyways. So,
Moving on, Roma, what's his very, very next article, good sir?
all right. So this is from Yahoo.com. Trump ally Bannon ordered to report to prison for defying January 6th probe, and rightfully so. Steve Bannon, a former top advisor to Donald Trump, must report to prison by July 1st to serve a 4-month sentence for contempt of Congress, a federal judge said on Thursday. The decision means Bannon, a right-wing media firebrand who maintains influence in Trump's orbit, will likely be behind bars for a critical stretch of the U.S. presidential campaign as former President Trump faces Democratic President Joe Biden in the November 5th election. By the order of the U.S. District Judge Carl Nichols in Washington, came after a federal appeals court last month rejected Bannon's bid to overturn his conviction for spurning a subpoena from a congressional panel that investigated the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol. Bannon told reporters outside the courthouse that he would ask the U.S. Supreme Court to intervene, casting his prosecution as politically motivated. Quote, all this is about one thing, shutting down the MAGA movement. Referring to Trump's Make America Great Again campaign slogan, Bannon was convicted in 2022 of 2 misdemeanor counts of contempt of Congress and refusing to overturn documents or testify to the Democratic-led House of Representatives committee. I mean, you remember this committee? It was literally like all Democrats and like 2 Republicans.
Yep.
And those 2 Republicans were establishment Republicans. So it was like,
Right.
Yeah, that wasn't one-sided at all.
no,
Right.
of
Come on
course not.
now, Roma.
It was very fair. What are
Yeah.
you even talking about?
Just like our election.
Right. Bannon will be the second former top official from Trump's White House to go to prison for refusing to cooperate with the committee. Peter Navarro, a former trade advisor, is currently serving a 4-month term. This is one of those things where it's like, if you ever get pulled over and you've been drinking, or you're just like, I refuse any tests. I refuse anything. I will just take me away. You know, that's basically
Take
what
me
he did.
away, officer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he's got information that he knows that they would have twisted and used against either him or President Trump at the time, and they would have made him do a plea deal in order to, you know, get out of
Yeah.
something that he really had no business of being in the first place. So kudos to that, which he has every right to do.
Yeah.
Honestly, he
Yeah.
really does.
It's really crazy too. And then that's why they're going scorched earth, because they know that he has certain things, like you said, that they can twist. And again, kudos to him for standing tough. I mean, this is a crazy thing to be okay with. Not, I mean, he's not okay with it, but this is a crazy thing to go ahead and do. Just because you're standing on what you believe in.
You're
Standing
right.
on principle, but it's a wrong principle. But
I mean,
okay.
we know what's at stake here. Like, we know we're not expecting to get out of this unscathed.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, on top of that, I mean, Hunter did the same thing. And what happened?
Nothing, Nathan. Nada.
Absolutely nothing.
Right.
You know, so I mean, no. All you have to do is just compare those two. I mean, that's what I would have said. I would have been like, well, this is why it's politically motivated, and you can tell by the two different events that had happened, and then of course only one gets punished and one doesn't. I mean, I would take that all the way to my grave. All right, let's see what we got. Let's move on to thepeoplesvoice.tv.
Yes, sir.
This ought to raise some hairs on people's necks.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
This,
Oh yes.
Talk to
this
me, Roma.
bugged
Talk
me
to me.
out when Crimson, but I was like, what?
All right. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And 194 WHO countries agree to arrest citizens who oppose bird flu vaccine. Media blackout.
Mm-hmm.
Who was they though?
Who's they though? Right?
Mm-hmm.
194 WHO member states have agreed to begin arresting and prosecuting citizens who speak out against the bird flu vaccine as part of a tough new measures designed to stomp out so-called misinformation. The World Health Assembly this week adopted amendments to the controversial international health regulations without any fanfare from the mainstream media. These amendments abolish the national sovereignty of countries, grant the WHO sweeping powers to pass laws in Western nations, and criminalizes speech that the WHO says undermines the official narrative.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Yeah.
a question.
Mm-hmm.
We have this thing in the United States called the Constitution,
Mm-hmm.
and that Constitution says that prohibits our Congress from making any law that prohibits free speech or the exercise of free speech. So I
Does this
guess,
count?
Yeah.
I mean,
We have
yeah.
it on board.
so I think. I'm sorry, guys. That's my phone. I apologize. Dang it,
okay.
Steve! Shut the fuck up. Anyway,
Shut up, Steve.
Steven.
We're working here.
I mean, anyway, what I'm saying is, it seems to me like that this action would compel the United States Congress to take action to withdraw from this treaty, because being a member of this treaty obligates us to follow this, but that violates our Constitution. So we got to get out of this shit. Does that make sense?
Exactly. And here's the thing. Arrest who with who and under whose authority? Like, what are you going to do? You're going to fly in to my house and take me out?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I would say to that? Come and get me. But you're not going to like the answer.
Right. And you know what?
Yeah,
It's
guys,
kind of
This
weird.
ring. It says. I wear it every single day. It says, "Don't tread on me."
Nice. No, but you know, going back to the first article that you read, Roma, right, about the D-Day anniversary and the sentiments coming from Biden, He urged Western and NATO allies to recapture the spirit of D-Day and work together at a time when he said democracy was under its greatest threat.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, what's democracy's greatest threat, Joe Biden?
Yeah.
Is it you or is it Donald Trump?
Because it kind of sounds like this is a threat to anything, and this is tyranny that they're trying to push on the people of the world.
Absolutely.
All right.
And then I got two questions to it though. Like, you know, are social media sites going to fall? I know some of them probably would, but also, like, which courts would you be prosecuted under?
This is a very good question.
Like which judge?
This is a very good question.
You know, you get arrested, and then they take you where?
Well, this kind of, okay, put a tinfoil hat on for a second, but it may not be too far out there. How do you create a one world government? How do you argue that that's what is needed? You do it by having something like this, and then you ask that question that you just asked, and then they say, well, we need to create one, don't we?
COVID gave them the blueprint, right? So
Yep. It was the test run.
As long as you make it as long as it's a health emergency, you know, then the government gets carte blanche to take away whatever freedom you have. Because in the name of public health.
Mm-hmm. Or national security, or in everybody's best interest. Yep.
When nobody else that elected them agreed.
That's right.
Right. And this, I mean, who picks these people? Who puts these people in charge? Who voted for these people? I didn't vote for any of these fuckers.
Well, also remember, so Mexico just had their first official death from bird flu in a man who died. He was like 57. So they've already got the first case of a death related to bird flu, and Pfizer has already said they've pretty much been working on a vaccine that is ready to go.
Of course they have.
Of course they have. Why not?
You don't say.
Time to invest in Pfizer stock again.
And for those keeping track, one Brian.
One Brian.
Obviously.
All right.
Obviously.
Yeah. But here's the issue that I have. Who gets to decide what's misinformation? Like,
correct.
We've already proven, actually earlier this week when Fauci came in and finally told all his lies that he did. So who's going to hold them accountable for when they are the ones sending out misinformation?
Yep.
Well,
Who were the arbiters of truth?
Settled, and then they said the science was always evolving.
Well, you know, because, you know, I am the science.
I wonder.
Was that Dr. Fauci?
For real.
Dr. Fauci, are you here? Where?
I am the science, and I just wanted to let you know
Fauci.
that.
The man has a giant narcissistic poster of him, or portrait of himself in his own office.
Bro, how are you
He's the
that
very definition of
narcissistic that you
narcissism.
have a this picture is not like a 12 by 12 like a 1 foot by 1 foot like frame. No, this is legitimately a 6 foot tall picture of himself, bro.
Oh my gosh.
You are one conceited.
He also like glassed the ball that he threw out from the baseball game. He signed it himself and then put it in like one of those display cabinets, and it's on his desk.
Of course, because he's
Wow.
so conceited. He's so conceited.
I mean, the man is a textbook narcissist. He's got a serious God complex, I think. But I don't know. I think this horse is dead.
Yes, sir.
All
Roma,
right.
hit us with the very, very next article because we do not have a lot of time because I hear a little buzzing in my ear. Good
You're
sir.
still talking, T-Bone. This is from Elizabeth E's favorite news site,
What?
the New York Post. California fast food restaurants have cut 10,000 jobs thanks to the state's $20 minimum wage.
Well, no shit, Sherlock.
Right.
All right. California's fast food restaurants have slashed nearly 10,000 jobs because of the state's new $20 minimum wage. As struggling franchises cut labor costs and raise prices to survive, a major trade group said Thursday. The California Business and Industrial Alliance, or CABIA, slammed Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom for pushing through the new law, which went into effect April 1st, and it was blamed for forcing one beloved taco chain to shutter 48 locations in the state last week. Quote, California businesses have been under total attack and total assault for years, Cubba president and founder Tom Manzo told Fox Business. Yeah, so aside from Bidenomics, what did they expect? Like, everybody called this. Everybody called this, and now it's happening. And this is how you do it. What you do is you
Ray
take out the
Charles saw this shit from 40 miles away.
Exactly. First, what you do is you raise the minimum wage so high that smaller businesses can't compete.
That's right.
Then all those people that then go to the unemployment line now are getting money from the taxpayer, us, from people that actually did it. Then taxes are going to raise because they can't afford to pay for all of those same said people that are on unemployment. And this is how you destroy a state.
Yep. And then other states will adopt, and
Yep.
yay, big
Yeah, the
party.
very fact that Newsom came out and said California should be the blueprint for how every other state should operate.
Yes,
Who said that?
Gavin Newsom.
California should be the blueprint.
Bro, I got a bridge I need to sell him. Anyways,
Mhm.
last but not least, and finally, from
Is
Oh
this
my god!
It used to
You know
be
that-
muscle cars, but now that we're pushing electric vehicles, I guess they had to move on.
This should have been a beer not headline.
this should have been.
Yes,
this is from
yeah.
PubMed. Oh God, size matters. Penis dissatisfaction in gun ownership in America. Abstract. This study, we formally examined the association between penis size dissatisfaction and gun ownership in America.
Wait. I'm just
Read that
noticing.
again.
I'm noticing the URL. NIH.gov. This is a fucking government-funded, published fucking study.
This is our tax dollars at work.
Holy
Yeah, and
shit!
Crazy.
Not only
This
that,
is a real study.
but they punned us by putting PubMed.
Ew.
But
Ew.
I think we broke Brian.
Oh man.
Oh, he's red as a tomato, y'all.
Anyways, moving on. The primary hypothesis derived from the psychosexual theory of gun ownership asserts that men who are more dissatisfied with the size of their penises are more likely to personally own guns. Now, I got a question. What
Yes.
happens if you own a lot of big guns and a pickup truck?
They cancel each other out.
How big is the
Ah.
pickup truck?
Oh man.
Is it a four-door cab?
Yeah,
Because those aren't trucks.
Yeah, come
Four-door
on.
cab, 4-inch lift. What do you think?
Well,
It sounds a lot like BDE.
Oh,
Oh man. That's
Please.
like I'll see you
Please.
at the Pride Parade, I guess. Anyways.
Talking got the clock.
I mean,
Lee said you're not compensating your advertising. Yeah.
yes,
Sometimes
Lee.
you just gotta advertise, guys.
Just a little
Lee
bit.
comes
I
in
love
for
you
the
guys.
win.
All right.
I'm crying.
I don't know how we're going to transition from this.
That's
Yeah.
a really good question.
Fuck it, we'll do it
Give me a
live.
bee shooter.
Beer not.
Yeah,
How
Here we
about
go.
we just go
Oh, no.
straight to the B, Brian? This is my.
Well,
What? What happened?
No, nothing. Go, go.
sorry,
Oh, okay,
I have my tabs in reverse order. Here we go.
Brian, it's okay. Are you ready? I'm ready to win, Brian. I'm winning today, okay, buddy? Right?
Dude, we all
Now,
just
now,
went
now,
with that
hit me,
loud.
Oh,
hit
you
me with
hope
it
so.
with these directions.
All right, so I'm going to present 3 headlines. At least one of them comes from the Babylon Bee. The remainder come from quote-unquote legitimate news sites. Anyway, here's your first headline. Headline number 1, 706 people named Kyle got together in Texas. It wasn't even enough for a world record.
Oh yeah, I heard about this. I heard that they've been trying to do some of this, like Kyle something in Texas or whatever, but like it hasn't really been working because like
Is
Yeah,
there's not
'cause
that
they're
many
all
people
broke.
named Kyle?
They're all broke because they have no walls in their house and they need to pay for them.
Right, yeah. So here's headline number 2.
Isn't Kyle the male version of Karen?
Possibly.
He's like the inverse of a Karen.
Okay.
Oh, my bad.
Oh no!
10 new Star Wars characters coming to Disney Plus. Headline number.
That would be very interesting. If I didn't see that, because I'm fairly up to date on comics. So yeah. Well, let's see what the last one is, Brian.
Headline number 3. Indiana judge opens door for new eatery, finding tacos and burritos are Mexican-style sandwiches.
I could believe that.
I believe
Wait.
it.
Wait.
I agree with Lee on this one.
Let me check the chat here.
Wait.
I have not seen these. I was not.
I
involved in
haven't
this
seen
one.
them either, but
no one. Listen, none of the panel, no one on the stage need recuse themselves.
Okay,
Yeah. I'm sorry, Brian. Do you mind going back to the second one? My keyboard
It's
just went dead
Star
on me.
Wars. Star Wars.
10 new Star Wars characters coming to Disney Plus.
Now I
And
do
they're
know
all
that Disney
gay.
Plus is doing Acolyte. They were doing
they're releasing
Cara
new
Dune.
stuff. So yeah,
I know. So
There's
like
new-
it definitely is theoretically possible that is 100% true, because like, now are you talking about 10 new characters like that George Lucas didn't create? Is that what is that what it's saying?
From what I understand,
like, it's-
the new original Star Wars content coming out from Lucasfilm, which is
Content?
part of Disney.
No, it's not George Lucas though. See, there's
No, it's
a
not.
difference.
I
Can
mean,
you go to
dude,
number 3?
headline number 3. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Indiana judge opens door for new eatery, finding tacos and burritos are Mexican-style sandwiches.
Okay, so you're telling me a burrito and a taco is a sandwich?
It's meat wrapped in a carb.
If this is a real story, then that means, at least in the state of Indiana, there is legal precedent that has ruled that a burrito is a fucking sandwich.
Okay, I understand that, but like, that means absolutely nothing. How can that be a law? Like that? What?
Don't you understand?
Like, I don't understand.
T-Bone, I do not have the college semester it would take to make you understand how legal precedent equals law. Okay?
Taco burritos.
I don't know.
My name is Jennifer
Roma?
Lopez.
Roma, am I stupid, or am I just like, am I not understanding this?
Do you really want me to answer that question?
My taco flavor kisses.
Like, I don't understand what law would say, like, oh, you can't have sandwiches on Tuesday. Like, I don't know, you can't like make a pie on Sunday. I don't know. Like, they have those stupid laws, but like,
I thought that was like.
they had those stupid laws for like back in like 1800s. You know?
That's
Yes.
why you need to tune in this Saturday night on Roma Nation at 10 p.m. where we do Name That Bill.
Yeah.
If you want a
And
wild
that's
one,
what-
Roma, I've got one for you.
And that's why, that's why you need to tune in at 2 p.m. on Saturday.
2 p.m.,
for the
baby.
Leftovers, so you're going to see the flip side of the beast. So, however this turns out,
I legitimately have no idea.
Oh,
I'm going.
all shall
Okay,
be
we're going with
revealed
the
on
fake
Saturday.
headline. We're going
That's
with the
right.
fake headline, but like they're making new Star Wars characters, so like I can't go at number 2.
But think of what we've done in the past. How many times have we had an article from the Bee where it was like top 10 of something, but it was like something we remember the Pixar one from like 2 days ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, Brian's a little sleazy like that. Yeah, but like
Sleazy?
760.
I have been called a lot of things over the course of my 52 years of existence.
Sleazy, that's where
That
the
has
line
got to
is,
be
apparently.
the first time I have ever been called sleazy.
I love you, Brian. I think I'm gonna go with number 2. T-Bone is going with letter 2. Guys, number B. If T-Bone doesn't win and he doesn't sing, it's gonna be a sad day. But it's gonna be a good day because I'm gonna sing. You guys watch. Just watch
Okay, I blame you,
Watch.
Crimson.
me win. Let me cook. Let me
Oh,
win, no matter what. Guys, no matter what, I win. I tell you, every single day, I win. Okay,
That's
so talk to
funny.
me, Brian. What's the story about?
All right. So, Babylon B.
That does not say Boba Fetish.
No.
It does say Boba
Oh my
Fetish. C3P LGBG.
Jar Jar Kinks.
Jar Jar Kinks.
Drag million genders.
Amidala.
Drag Queen Amidala. Lando
Homo The
Palestinian.
Hut. Homo the Hut. Guys, they are disrespecting.
Yes. This is just for entertainment purposes, you see.
Entertainment
Chewbacca.
purposes only. Chewbacca. All
Oh
right.
man.
Lando
Admiral
Palestinian.
I know, I
Alu
love-
Akbar.
Oh, these are great.
Oh, this is. I'm really glad you won because
All
these
I'm gonna
are
say is
these are great.
wins every single day, guys. With the ending of the very first game, that means it's time to move on to our very next game, guys. It's where I give you the picture, you give me the caption. Guys, it's called Caption This. Guys, I did say Parabellum earlier. Guys, we're going with the man, Jonathan Wick. Guys,
Yes.
would you rather die as a man? Wait, what's the saying? It's like, would you rather die as a man or would you rather...
You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
That's
Yes.
the saying. See, I knew it was some words like that. I didn't know the saying, the part of it.
I got you.
Great photo.
Oh yeah, guys, it is a wonderful photo. So I was talking about like this John Wick guy. You know, like they kind of killed his dog in the first movie, and then the second movie was like that. Parabellum was amazing. You know,
Oh, Jesus
but
Christ,
you-
already out of the
you-
gate.
you
Out
got
of the
Santa Claus.
gate.
You got Santa Claus in the back, and he was like, "Yeah." But guys, all I want to say is right to the right of the main John Wick in the red, you got. I think that's oh, what's her face?
God,
Jenner.
mine got overlooked.
Not Brit Caitlyn. No, Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh yeah, Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah. And that's Agent 47, or yeah, right next to him. But guys,
Nice.
do you know what time it is, Biddy? Biddy, I think it's time for this 100 minute. Biddy, please take us away.
Yes, sir. I got you, T-Bone. Okay, so coming to you from Good News Network, in a salute to D-Day today, we got a story. 100-year-old walks around garden 40,000 times to raise money for charity. So this is the veteran, the 100-year-old veteran who does this. So a 100-year-old veteran of World War II has walked hundreds of miles around his garden to raise money for charity every day, rain or shine. Strolling behind his three-wheeled walker, Lance Corporal Harold Jones circles his back garden 30 times every day, no matter the weather, and has been doing so since 2020. He was inspired by the worldwide media stories during the early days of the pandemic that hailed the late Captain Tom, who did the same thing and raised a huge amount for hospitals. Corporal Jones is a great-grandfather of 6, and he started walking circuits around his bungalow during lockdown like Captain Tom, and has so far taken his walker a total of 661 miles, equating to 41,550 laps around his garden, or about the same distance as his home in Birmingham to the border of Germany. I always refer to myself as Lance Corporal Harold. Captain Tom was a captain, so I thought I'd go to the other end of the spectrum, said the centurion, referring to the military hierarchy. One other reason I started was to keep fit and keep moving. With COVID, we had to stay in and all sorts of things. I saw it was what Captain Tom had done to raise money. I had lost 3 friends with motor neuron disease, and I thought I'd do the same, he said. As the anniversary of Captain Tom's death approaches in 2 weeks' time, Jones is still racking up the steps in honor of the captain who touched the hearts of the nation. The Spiritu Pensier reckons that the secret to his long-lasting fitness is down on to his time in the armed forces, setting him up with high level of endurance. Harold, who served in the British Army from 1942 until 1947, was stationed first in India and then in Burma during World War II as a non-combat office worker. He began fundraising for the MND Association and has since raised over £40,000 in just under 4 years. It has become a daily routine ever since, set out to try and get to £1,000, he explained. I didn't know how people would respond. I reached £1,000 in a year. When I reached £10,000, a friend doubled it. It's the walking that keeps me fit. I previously broke my back in 3 places, but my ankles, knee, joints, and hips are perfect. I walk in the morning after breakfast in whatsoever weather. You have to have the determination to get up and go, said Harold. That's so important. He has since been awarded a Points of Light award by the Prime Minister for his valiant efforts after the MND Association put his name forward. So, again,
Yo, 40,000 pounds is about 51,000 US dollars.
Yeah.
So, yo, congratulations, yo. Seriously.
Yeah. They're just built different, those guys. I mean, he broke his back, but he's like, everything else is fine. So
I will say, I did know a guy. He was a Marine. Well, he died. But he had this cancer, like this lung cancer, and like I would see him like every single week, like a couple times a week, and he never told me or like anybody that was like close to him. And like one day I just stopped seeing him, and I'm just like, yo, what happened to him? And they were like, yo, you didn't hear? He died. He had lung cancer. And I'm like, but he's a Marine. They're built different. They're like, yeah, you didn't tell anybody. I mean, yo, congratulations. I mean, like, seriously, these men are legitimately built different. That's all I gotta say.
The real Iron Men.
Yo, seriously. But, guys, with the ending of the 100-meter dash, thank you very much, Biddy. Guys, it is time to get back to our lovely, lovely game. Caption this. Guys, it's where Jonathan Wick. It's not only one John Wick. It's not 2 John Wicks. Guys, it is 3 John Wicks, guys. And I don't know what's scarier more than 1 John Wick, but 3 of them, because that man does not stop. He has like a will like no other, we'll say. But Roma, sir, are you ready to go back and forth with these wonderful captions? Sir Chris, I would like to before we even start with these captions, I'm very, very upset with you, sir. I see now that your name has changed. Everybody else has seen it, but me. Roma, have you now seen what this man has done? This man is now insulting me. Guys, Chris changed his name to Porterhouse. The disrespect. Guys,
How dare you?
is the best, I will say. But, boss, how about you start us off with the very first caption?
All right. Here's caption this. John Wickmas.
I thought it was funny.
Okay, guys, we got Chris coming in saying, John Wick seeking justice from Christy Nome and Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Yes.
Then we've got the 2024 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is going to be lit.
Right.
It's definitely gonna be lit. Then we got John Wick cancels Pride Parade. Yes.
Then we've got Christmas in Atlanta, the search for Michael Vick.
That's good.
And then we've got John Wick. Excuse me. John Wick replaces pride with wow. That's
All right.
crazy.
We've got when Fauci killed those beagles, 1 wick for each beagle.
Yes. Now there kind of was 1,000 beagles. Yeah.
I
We
got 6
next,
guns, 1 for each of them.
Fauci. We got Fauci. It took my beagle from me. Damn you, Fauci.
We've got John Wick found out who killed his dog.
Oh, yes, he did, and he put him down. Then we've got MTG pulled out all the stops against Fauci, the Beagle Killer.
The side effect of my jab they feared the most.
Yeah.
Then we've got Hell hath no fury, like a dog lover scorned.
That's good.
Let's see. We've got a true American 4th of July parade with all hands on deck. Just ran over a woke tard parade.
Then we've got John Wick celebrates Killdozer Day.
Oh God, yeah.
Nice. John Wick showing up for the premiere of Cats and Dogs. Movie now named Dogs.
The movie is just going to be called Dogs. Guys, then we've got Let's Go Patriots. The time is now.
John Wick makes a surprise appearance to Bahamed's performance of Who Let the Dogs Out?
Who let the dogs out? Then we've got John Wick, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Jesus Christ, man. I would not want to see this man if I died. Oof.
Hundreds of redcoats could stop this country, but no one can save it.
No, they cannot. Guys, then we've got what happens when kids get abused in public. I don't know. I think John Wick shows up and yeah.
All right. Then we've got Greetings, Mr. Wick.
Greetings, Mr. Wick.
Oof.
Then we've got Pride and Palestine parades flashed. Here comes the Cure. The Cure is John Wick, and okay.
All right. Well, let's see what we got here. We got a couple. We got 1-4.
Ooh, we got a 4. Ooh,
There should be at least
we got two fours.
fours.
I see 2 4s. Can you count,
Two- yeah.
Roma?
Yeah,
Do
I
you
can see
know-
it.
Sir, do you know?
I don't have my reading glasses on.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't know what I did with them.
I heard that your son stole them, but like that's just what he told me.
Yeah, he steals everything.
Right, so we got 2, so I can do the time point.
Yeah, just do a tiebreaker. Just do a tiebreaker. We got Crimson and we've got
It's Lee.
Lee. Wow. Guys, we got
What?
the 2024 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade
So
is
the usual
gonna
offenders.
be lit.
I said Crimson and Lee, the usual offenders.
Oh yeah. And then we got Crimson coming in saying, "Hell hath no fury like a dog lover." Scorn.
See, we're on YouTube. At least with the coffee and commute in the morning, we don't have to worry about censorship.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
right.
I've seen Biddy in there. She
I'm
knows
not
what I'm talking
reading.
about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day.
Guys, while
One
we are
amazing
getting
day.
while we are getting this lovely poll together, guys, tonight on Timcast IRL, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube's. Guys, it's going to be Seth Weathers, guys. He is the CEO of Conservative Dads Ultra Right Beer. Guys, if
Nice.
you've never had Ultra Right Beer, guys, it is... I don't drink alcohol. I honestly really don't like alcohol. I don't like beer as well. But I was at a Timcast event, and I did have some of this, and I will say, I liked it. I don't like beer. I don't drink very often. But when I do
drank a
drink,
beer and I
I
liked
will
it.
have Conservative Dad's Ultra Right Beer.
That
It is
barley
very
and
good.
hops, they're naked.
Guys, what is going on? Guys, if you
I
have a
like this
question,
guy too, because he has this whole Superman kind of esque look to him, like the
Guys,
strong jaw.
oh yeah, of course. I mean, like, guys, I will say that if you would like to ask this man a question, guys, you have the ability to call in tonight at Timcast on Timcast Discord. So sign up at timcast.com, go to the Discord, sign up, and then ask your question because it's going to be a great show, guys. Guys, what happened?
Nani?
I don't know.
That added. What happened?
I didn't know something happened.
I don't know. Roma added me. Oh,
I did.
everybody's changing their name? Oh, real
Oh.
funny, Roma. Real funny. Man, you had changing your name to Ribeye now.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Guys,
Hold on,
I swear, if all y'all just start changing your
Quick,
names,
Brian, change yours to
my gosh.
Wagyu.
No, don't change your name, guys. You're not making fun of T-Bone.
All right,
I don't
who's gonna
even
be
know-
Skirt?
It'd be funny.
Who's gonna be Skirt? And who's gonna be Chuck?
I don't even know if I'm spelling that right, so
Who's gonna
don't
be
at
shoulder?
me.
I am T-Bone. I am T-Bone.
Lee just changed it to ground beef.
Bro, beef. What?
Filet mignon.
Well, it's my husband's favorite, so you know I gotta be
Nice.
that.
Yeah, some crazy guys. I think Lee won. Guys, I really do think Lee did do it. He did the
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, he
Guys,
won.
congratulations, Lee. The 2024 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is gonna
Yep.
be lit. That is because of Mr. Rick.
And in true Lee fashion, we already got 1 million of these. So there you go,
Obviously,
Lee.
I can explain. I wasn't making fun of you. Of course you weren't. Sure. You know what? Bring him up. Bring him up. Go ahead. Tell me how you weren't making fun of T-Bone.
The other night when I took over for you on After Dark,
Oh yeah.
I wanted to make sure that I was representing you, so I changed my name to Porterhouse.
Oh, right.
Flattery.
I didn't
Chris-
even address it. I was
Chris,
like all over the place.
only question, sir, I do have is, did you bring the T-Bone energy?
Obviously.
He did. He was extra energetic.
That's how we do it. That is
Uh,
exactly how we do it, sir.
I'm trying to change my name to Flatiron, but
Why? Crimson, did you change your name?
I think it's
Not.
because I'm the stage host. It won't let me change it.
Of course not.
Guys,
Guys, Saturday is going to be a great day, guys. At 2 p.m., we have the leftovers with Brian, Biddy, and Crimson. Guys, it is going to be an amazing show. It's where they do all the leftovers from all the articles we did, and the flip side of the B and the caption. This, guys, at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Rumble. Guys, wait, Brian, can you go to the title card, please, sir? Guys,
Oh, congratulations, Lee.
congratulations, Lee. Honestly,
Yes.
congratulations, sir. Guys, on Saturday, 10 p.m. on Rumble. Guys, it is none other than Roma Nation. Roma, please take it away as to what you're going to be talking about, good sir.
That's right. So it'll be 10 p.m. Saturday night. Roman Nation. We're going to have a very good segment for you. It's going to be January 6th timeline on the January 6th event. Part 1 of 3. Past, present, and future.
that's perfect.
Whoa!
With everything
I
that's
am
going on
not
with
gonna
Bannon,
miss
too.
that, yo.
Mhm.
Guys, do not forget to not miss that. It's going to be a great show, guys. Like I said earlier, Seth Weathers is going to be on Timcast IRL later tonight. If you have a question for Mr. Weathers, you can call in. That's really honestly all I have to say. Roma, anything good, sir?
No. Happy D-Day, guys. And don't forget to thank your veterans.
Yes.
Yes.
This is very true. Do not forget to thank your veterans. Actually, you know what? Very funny story. Very quick story.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
Yeah, I know. So I got done work today, and I was going into the store, right? And there was a big truck in the handicap stall, right? And I'm just like, yeah, that's a pretty nice big red truck. And you know what it said? It said Semper Fi on the back of it, and I'm just like, yo, this man's a Marine. I'm just like, I checked to see if the dude was in his truck, and like I just like knocked on his window, and I like rolled down his window. He's like, can I help you? And I'm like, sir, I didn't mean to bug you or anything, but I did see your Semper Fi Marine logo on the back of your truck, and I just wanted to say thank you very much for your service, because without you, I wouldn't have my freedoms like
Mhm.
I do today. So, sir, thank you so much for doing what you did. I don't want to know what you did, but thank you for doing what you did. And
Yep.
yeah,
It's
that's honestly
one of those things that
yeah.
never goes out of style.
Yeah,
Always
really.
thank your veterans.
If you
see them.
if you ever see a guy with a veteran hat or just anything, never forget to thank them because they
Oh yeah.
gave the ultimate sacrifice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, guys, it is that time to hand over the stage. Biddy, you have something to say to the peoples.
I do. To the peeps out there in YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're always alerted to any new videos that drop on this channel. 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday.
Like Biddy said, thank you guys very, very much for listening in to our very own Midday Rush. I am your host, T-Bone. That is the boss, Roma Nation, the lovely, lovely Elizabeth, the gothic girl, Crimson Catnip, and the wise man, Brian. Please end us out, good sir!
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us, but get off my lawn. Stay on the sidewalk. Pretard Cast is next, and we'll see you there.
Bye, guys!
That was great, you guys.
That was a great outro. All I gotta say is that was a wonderful outro. Roma, I'm really excited for Saturday. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm really, really excited for your show this Saturday.
It's almost done too. This outline, because we got to remember, I did this during one of the dark shows.
Yeah, I know.